Hey everyone, welcome to the Starting 11 prediction show. It is a brand new season. Chris Pajak is on holiday because it's the summer, but here we are. I'm here, I'm Paul Major, and it's my job to pick, nay predict, how Jurgen Klopp is going to line his Liverpool boys up against Norwich 5:30 on Saturday. Wow, that is the Liverpool squad laid out before you. Who of these is going to make the cut? We're going to have a little chat through who's definitely not going to make the cut with some injury news and what have you. And we're going to have a short break, and then we're going to go through what I think the team's going to be and some potential permutations around that as well. Interact with me live in the comments right now. I've got them up in front of me, so if you've got any thoughts, feelings, any Sixth Sense style things going on where you think it's definitely going to be X, Y, or Z, then let me know, and hopefully you can save me from massive embarrassment of getting the team horrendously wrong. Right, okay, let's go through it all. Who we pulling out? I think there's some obvious ones. As much as my Pez buddy for life is back in the squad, I don't think we're going to see Loris Karius for this one for a number of reasons, least of all that I just don't think they're actually going to even register him for the Premier League squad, because that would be a foreigner space that they can't afford at the moment. We go through the rest of the team. The big one that we defo know is going to be out, Andy Robertson. Real shame, obviously rolled his ankle on Sunday in the game against Athletic Bilbao in the pre-season friendly at Anfield. He's damaged ligaments in that ankle. Now the talk is 3 to 4 weeks maybe. He's certainly going to miss this opening spell of fixtures. He's definitely missing Saturday. Fingers crossed he's back after the international break. But yes, no Robbo for this one. Another one as transfer sagas roll on. And can anyone spot the odd one out? Anyone? Yeah, it's Xherdan Shaqiri. This is last year's card. And I'll give you the debate why. Simon comes to me and he says, I can't be asked, Paul. He's going to move to someone else, and it's a complete waste of my time and effort to make a new card for him for this show when he's basically going to get moved on. Yeah, he wasn't used in the pre-season friendlies the other day because they know a move is imminent and they don't want to potentially scupper that in case he gets injured or whatever. So yes, I can't imagine a world now where Shaqiri gets thrown in a Premier League game if they're not even risking him in pre-season friendly. So we might well have seen the last of the power cube. And if not, then we're going to make Si stay late and make a Shaq card. Yeah, I think that's fair. And aside from this, a lot of this is going to be down to personal opinion. I don't think Ben Woodburn's going to be involved. I don't think Nathaniel Phillips is going to be involved, because I think we've got a number of people who are going to be in and around. I don't think that Cade Gordon will be involved either, and I actually don't think that Leighton Clarkson would be involved. Now, there's a slight chance there are 9 substitutes, and I might well have to embarrassingly scramble around on the floor for these cards in a bit when I truly work it out, but that's my overriding thinking on this. So I think, loosely speaking, yeah, I don't think Reece is going to play as well. Oh yeah, there you go. And I think we've seen all we're going to see of Ben Davies. He got his little run out in the week. That will probably be that for him, at least for now. Owen Beck might be in consideration for the bench because of Andy Robertson's injury, but I think that is who we're choosing from for the starting 11. So pick from there or shout at me for getting rid of anyone else in the comments. We've got a very short break. I was involved on Gary Neville's YouTube channel, which is a bit of a mad one. The Overlap, they did the fan debate live. Really, really good show. It's on his channel right now, but here's a fascinating clip from that.
So when you're talking about the
Invincibles.
Not the Invincibles, the Edu who's bringing the sporting director.
Yeah.
You're bringing David Luiz in, and you're bringing Willian in, rejects from Arsenal. I'm just like, I'm scratching my head thinking, I can't get behind that, it's wrong, it doesn't work.
But that's what you said. You said you're from the outside. You don't see what's happening inside. I go every week.
Why, what you see?
No, but I see more than you because I go there every week. I'm watching the team.
I'm not talking about the team, you're talking about behind the scenes. I'm talking about Edu. Or the signings that you're making.
Fair enough. Everyone makes mistakes. Aren't we not allowed to make mistakes?
Of course you have to make mistakes, but make the right mistakes. Why are you buying rejects from Chelsea who are over 30 and giving them big deals and you can't get rid of them? No, but that's not a mistake. That's a mistake before the time. That's just stupid.
Yeah, but it's not stupid.
It is stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
David Luiz has just gone for nothing. Willian will go for nothing. You took a load of dough out your club and you're left with...
Yes, welcome back. Yeah, go and check out the show over on GNev's YouTube channel, The Overlap. Yeah, the fan debate live. There was a bit actually just after that, which didn't make the final cut, unluckily for me, where I basically put everyone to rights at the end of that. Own the space. but not so much to make the cut, but it's fine. But I am in the show a little bit later on. I think I'm in the second episode, which is going live tomorrow. But either way, go over there, drop a like on the video, and if you can, actually in the comments, just say Redmen sent me, or Mitch from Redmen sent me, and that makes me look awesome, makes Redmen look really good, and it means that they might chuck us some muds out in the season. That would be lovely as well. But Carragher's on there, he's boss, if nothing else. So yes, anyway, right, the team, we had some comments come in straight away. Thank you so much to Marley, who wants me to be, either say Maitre PM, or he's just saying me for my initials, I don't know. Kurt Ho saying Elliot at centre mid, what do you think? I think that's an interesting one, we'll definitely come to that. Dylan O'Rourke saying best of luck, Paul, don't envy you. Brilliant. Right, okay, so here's my generalised thoughts on this. We're going to come to the bench in due course, but obviously it's going to be Alisson Becker in goal, and I think the left back kind of picks himself. There's an argument that Jimmy Milner's played a lot more at left back for Liverpool than Kostas Tsimikas, but are we past that now? I think we are. I think we're now at a point where Kostas has impressed so much in pre-season that I think it would be a bit mad if he didn't get to start this game, to be perfectly honest. He's got 3 or 4 games now to really prove his worth as a Liverpool player. Andy Robertson will probably then come back in at the end of that, but nothing's set. The future is not set. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves. If you get the reference, let me know in the comments. Right back will obviously be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now here's our first major conundrum in terms of centre-halves. Liverpool have 4 fit centre-halves, and that's not even true because I've chucked 3 on the floor as well. So Liverpool have 7 fit centre-halves starting the season. The question is, how fit? How match sharp? Is Virgil van Dijk ready to go back into this game? Because if Virgil van Dijk is ready to go back into this game, then Virgil van Dijk starts this game. Why? Because he's the best player on the planet. He just is. I know all this, there's this messy fella going to PSG and all that, and he's great. But Virgil could literally pick him up and throw him anywhere. If he came at him to try and attack him, if Virgil didn't want him to touch him, he wouldn't. Not always relevant in football, but certainly in life. So yeah, Virgil van Dijk should stop, because my theory is, look, you want him up and running. I don't think you need him against Burnley. I think you need him against Chelsea. So you play him at the weekend, you see how that went. It might take him a full week to recover, because that's just the nature of it. When you're coming back from a serious injury, are there any lingering physical effects? How long is your recovery time? Longer than normal, you'd imagine. So you then can say, okay, well, actually going to come up for Burnley, but then you're back for Chelsea and you're fully match sharp. So I think that's a possibility. In terms of what we've seen in pre-season, the way it's been paired up is we've seen Konate and Matip almost exclusively used on the right-hand side of the fence, and we've seen Gomez and Van Dijk. And a little chat I had on the match build-up show today was maybe we'll see that. We'll rotate Van Dijk and Gomez into fitness simultaneously and have them be the left-sided centre-halves, and then these guys can rotate, because is Matip going to play a full 40-game season? Probably not. And because of all of that, as much as he's looked promising, no slight on Ibrahima Konate or Joe Gomez, I think it's going to be those 2 to start, and we'll have a chat about who makes the bench off the back of that. Right, as mentioned, I don't think Beck will get the start, but we'll throw him into the substitutes bit for a moment. Similar with Nico, I'm not sure he's even going to make the bench. Let's look at the midfield, because here's our next conundrum. Right, what we've seen in the first teams, as it were, in pre-season so far, we've seen a lot of James Milner in the 6, Naby Keita, and we've seen the wonder kid, Harvey Elliott. That has been the first half team, the first of 2 games teams. That's been the midfield 3 that started. What we do know, though, of course, is that Fabinho is back. He's had not as much pre-season as any of these guys, but he's Fabinho. He's just the best. So there's a case to be made that Milner, thanks so much for doing that job. We might well use you at some point during the season, but just get Fab in there. The other big question marks then are, is it too soon for Jordan Henderson and Thiago? Now, here's the thing, they both need minutes. Thiago's had a couple of injury problems that kept him out of a game. Jordan Henderson's literally only starting his pre-season effectively this week. So I don't think Henderson will be rushed. I think they'll both be on the bench, if I'm being honest, because again, I think there's bigger games for them down the line, and also you've got a break glass solution in there. one of the bigger debates for me in terms of how my thinking has gone on this so far is Harvey Elliott. I think there's almost no debate for me on Keita. I think Keita will start because he's fit. I know. He's played all the pre-season games. He's been really good in the pre-season games. So I just think he'll play. I just do. It's whether Harvey Elliott starts or Oxlade-Chamberlain starts. And a week or so ago, I'd have said Harvey. I think that would have been nailed on. But Ox's performance on this Monday against Osasuna in that position just said to me, yeah, just do Ox. That's back in his position for Liverpool. He looks fit, he looks sharp, he looks strong, and he's a senior player. And you know, you're starting the season off with as many of your senior players on the pitch as possible. And what you've got there with Harvey is you've got an X factor to throw in if you need to. You throw him on with his exuberance and his creativity and his vision, and you can really add something to what Liverpool are doing as well. So I think there'll be a few people, I'm certain, a few people in the comments. Well, in fact, I've Anim Marte saying Chamberlain should be in the team, so he agrees with that so far. What are your thoughts on whether it should be Ox or not? We've got a few people there. John Cale saying Fab, Hendo and Keita. Akash Takawale saying Fab, Keita and Ox, like as I've gone there. Prota Gidu saying Harvey, Keita, Millie with Taki as the false 9. Wow, that's something we'll definitely come to the front three a bit. And also suggested for Ox maybe in the false 9 as well. Nick A saying Milner, and Av's back against him. Chamberlain is underrated. I agree with that. Right, I'm going to put Harvey there. I'm going to go with that for the moment. And then in terms of then the forward, I think there's zero doubt that it will be Mane and Salah. The only debate it then comes is, now the front three that's been starting for Liverpool again in those first games, as it were, was this. It was Jota leading the line in the number 9. Bobby's looked good though. He's come back sharp. Do you just give him a little bit more time though? Just again, a bit more fitness under his belt. You don't need to throw him in because you've got these lads and maybe he's the one who starts the bench in this. I think that will be the case, if I'm honest. But I like the fact that Bobby looks like he's got a point to prove this season. And I think you could help that, really, really help that by just start Diogo Jota for this one. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. And let me see where we are in terms of numbers then and what I've got on the bench. So Kelleher's obviously going to be in there. Oh, I say obviously. I believe Kelleher will go in there. That's 1. Bobby would have to be in there. 2. Millie, because why not? 3. Gomez or Canate? Let's say Canate. That's 4. 5, 6 would be Thiago and Hendo. We're fast going to run out of space here, aren't we? Let's do that and that and that. 6. We've got 3 more left. Maybe they put, I think, rather than Beck, I actually wonder whether they'll put Gomez on there as well, because, you know, he can play fullback. 2, 4, 6, 7. Harvey. I think Harvey, Minamino. That's not going to fit, is it? There we go. Look at him. Star boy right in the middle. Yes. So no Nico, no Divock, no Adrian, no Reed. Okay. How are we feeling about that? I'm feeling reasonably okay with that. Hamza's saying Bobby in. Meliti saying Bobby needs this start. And that's actually a decent point, is that Bobby actually could do, again, it's the same with the Fabinho stuff, same with Henderson, Thiago. These lads actually do need to play football matches. So there is a possibility that you could do Firmino, you could put Thiago Henderson in here. It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Heram Nemlekar with the $2 US super chat. Thank you so much, mate. Only uncertainties are Van Dijk and Fab. Fingers crossed. I think for me, he'll be fine. That's a couple of games under his belt, and he's not like he's coming back from injury. The Van Dijk stuff is just, you've just got to be careful with him. Now, he did 20-odd minutes against Hertha, did 45 after that. He's then done 60, 70, hasn't he? So if that was during the season, if you went from 20 to 45 to 70, you do 90 the next week. So, but it's just because he's been out for so long and he's so precious to us, and to everyone, to be fair, to the world, that maybe you would hold Virgil back for one more game. But as I say, my overriding feelings on it is that it's of the upcoming 3 games, because there's a logic, right, where you go Milner in here and you put Gomez or you put Canate in there. Canate and Matip, because they've played the most. You know, they looked the most, they've been the fittest, they've been there the longest in pre-season, because it's only Norwich. Dangerous, really dangerous, and this is how Klopp ends up playing largely his senior players over and over and over again. So I think he'll put as many of his big lads in. I just think, I don't know, I'm saying, but put Thiago and Henderson on the bench, but I'm also advocating for starting Van Dijk. So, I mean, like, again, so that's my point. Difficult. Jayden Granville, where will Mbappe fit in versus Chelsea? Big question, Jayden. He's going to fit in. Which way is north, south? Which way is Paris? Over there somewhere, shame. Maybe next season. Yeah, sad. And we're getting plenty of shouts for Bobby. Ox shouldn't be in over Bobby or Jota in the 9, says DJ. Yeah, fair play. It's tricky, isn't it? But isn't it wonderfully tricky? I was making this point on the build-up show before. These are the things that Jurgen Klopp's trying to work out, and he's doing this with loads more information than me and us. How exciting is it to be facing up to a Liverpool game, a competitive game of football, where I'm like, we could start, keep Fabinho in there, we could start Thiago and Jordan Henderson. We're just going to put them on the bench. Look at that. Roberto Firmino, Henderson, Thiago, bench. Harvey Elliott, wonder kid, bench. Milner, Canate, £36 million centre-half, on the bench. Taki Minamino's looked brilliant in pre-season as well, on the bench. Very, very happy for this indeed. Right, have I got it right? Have I got it wrong? There's only one way to find out. Join me for the team news reaction is back just an hour before kick-off on Saturday. So just before 4:25 we'll go live. What? Oh, thanks, mate. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, sorry, David Long with the super chat saying Fabinho and Millie in midfield and 4 up top. Oh, go on. Let's just do that. Just go. Don't be surprised if you see something like that against Burnley. Honestly, Burnley will come to Anfield with a low block, looking to like frustrate us. And I think this is part of the parcel of this, is that Norwich is a game where I think we're going to have to play quite a complete game of football, because they're going to give us lots of different problems. Burnley won't. Burnley are going to be Burnley and look to replicate what they did last season. So yeah, you could be mad and do something with that. Anyway, look, we'll be back, as I was saying. Team news reaction, 4:25 on Saturday. Watch along to follow shortly after that. Myself and Chris Pajak back in the studio. We've got some extra bells and whistles that we've added for the brand new season as well, so make sure you check those out. Tom is going to be stressing his little face off tomorrow, trying to make sure they all work in time. But yeah, amazing stuff. If you want more transfer insights, check out my video with Neil Jones that I did earlier on today. If you want some opposition insight into Norwich City, then check out the free video I did with Jack Reeve of Talk Norwich City. And if you want extra of both of them, then the extra for transfer insights and the extra for Oppo insights are streaming right now on the redmentv.com, which is our Liverpool streaming platform, which is documentaries, features, interviews, exclusive only to our platforms, like Netflix for Reds. So if you want more brilliant stuff and extra Redmen shows as well, then go and sign up over there. That'd be absolutely amazing. But yes, there we go. Fantastic. Thank you. We are back up and running. Hopefully Liverpool can do the same with 3 massive points at Carrow Road. Fingers crossed. See you all soon. Ta-ra. Hey everyone, our brand new book has landed. Hendo, 10 Years a Red, premium collector's edition, the definitive Jordan Henderson collection in A4 size, 200 pages, full colour, incredible insight, in-depth knowledge and the stories of his rise from a young boy in Sunderland all the way through their academy to the Premier League, taking the captain's armband, becoming the captain and leading Liverpool to be champions of everything and beyond as well. It's got his greatest moments season on season, some incredible, unique, phenomenal custom artwork from some of the best Liverpool artists on the scene, incredible high definition photos of his best moments as well. It is an incredible Jordan Henderson collection and it fits right in your hands, just about. It is a behemoth of a book. It is incredible and it is available right now. You can get it and you can learn more about the Liverpool skipper from the people who are closest to him on that journey, friends, family, coaches, players and managers. Yes, it is Hendo, 10 Years of Red, and it is available right now on redmenmerch.com. Get involved.